Over the last 6 months, AI has come in and it's come in rapidly, but the podcast industry is taking a long time to adapt to this and even allowing people to show you the right tools to use to half your workflow and half your costs. Using agencies, using freelancers, this can be quite unpredictable. It can rack up a lot of price as well. And this is coming from someone who runs an agency. So I hope you enjoy this video. And then the first one, we're going to talk about Opus Clip. So let's talk about Opus Clip. What is Opus Clip first and foremost? Brief overview of what is currently in our Opus Clip page. So we work with a bunch of clients at the moment and we talk about volume on a lot of the short form clips. Essentially what we're doing is repurposing a lot of the long form content from their pre-existing shows and connecting it directly to YouTube. So let's take my YouTube for an example. We've got the most recent video with the Mulligan brothers. I filmed this a year ago. And essentially we break down everything you want to see here. So look at me with a buzz cut. Awful. Never going back to that haircut again. And essentially what we're going to do is come in here and we're going to copy and paste the link. And it's going to show you that you can get a bunch of clips pre-made for you. And how you're going to do it, you put that in there, you pick which genre you're on. So whether this is a podcast, how-to, comedy, whatever it might be, or vlog. Let's go with podcast. Pick the clip length that you want. So in this one, we're probably going to do, we like the clips anywhere over 35 seconds. So 35 seconds, 40 seconds, probably maximum. Sometimes we go even shorter. We'll go almost question style short form reels, and those will be around 15 seconds. But for the sake of this, let's go 30 to 59 seconds on there. Are there any specific moments that stood out to you within your podcast which you can think of? If so, type them in here and it's going to use the AI to target those already. And say, for an example, if you wanted to save more credits in the top right, we've used all of ours for the month, but I will be buying more. Say you thought the first 15 minutes were rubbish and you just wanted to clip, let's just say the back half. Okay, let's go 10 minutes here. It can clip the back half as well. And then what you can do on top of that is you come here, it gives you the fonts that you need, which are their presets, or you can choose any of these. You can go to my templates. So I just made a few bang average ones. These aren't the ones that we use for clients, just for the sake of showing you this. And you go to edit. And essentially what it's going to do is allow you to pick what layout you want. So you want it 9:16. So that's your YouTube shorts, your TikTok, whatever that may be. And you can pick whether it fills the screen. So fill is exactly what we're seeing here right now. Fit the screen, which is more your wider angle, where it has gaps above and below, which means you can put the subtitles below, a little graphic above it, whatever that might look like. 3 splits, so say there's 3 people on the camera, 4 if there's 4 people, so on and so forth, and just a general split. So we like to use fill and split as our main kind of ones. And then when it comes to our subtitles, we will pick the subtitles and whoever is speaking will change the color of the subtitles throughout. That's the way we tend to do it at the agency currently. And then that's what you'll do in terms of clip layout. In terms of captions, you have obviously the preset ones which you see here. You can pick whatever fonts you want if you're looking for, let's just go with bangers, whatever size it is. Let's go with 70. Okay. And you can position them where you want to be as well. So say you want it there, say you want it centered, whatever that might look like, in uppercase, lowercase. And then any overlays. So for example, you want your podcast logo, for example, in the top right. You want a bit of branding, or you have a sponsor and they want to be involved in the short form clips. Upload it onto here, put it into either the top right or the top left, wherever that may be. And you now have that on all the presets too. If you have any intros or outros to your short form clips, add that in. You can also add music as well. We tend not to add music on this point purely because every clip's quite unique and quite different. So we tend to add our music afterwards, whether that is like solely on Instagram, on TikTok, wherever that might be. We tend to use a lot more trending sounds with podcasts, and we also do a lot of analyzing of the top shows and the sounds they're using. And we've built a big music library of what that could look like. So we don't tend to use the music, but you have music here as well if you need it. And say the clip is just taking a long while. Say you have someone who's inexperienced on podcasts, they use a lot of filler words, they may pause, they may stutter. You can remove these. This isn't the most accurate thing in the world currently on this. So we tend not to. We tend to edit those out separately afterwards. So essentially what we'll do is we'll clip up the 20 clips, however many clips that is. say we got 20, and then we will take it to DaVinci, Premiere Pro, CapCut, whatever it is you use, the script, and we will edit them fully on there afterwards when it comes to like your filler words, etc. But you've got auto transition, so if you want to crossfade, a fade in, a fade out to start as well, you've got that too. So it's absolutely incredible what you can do with this tool. And just say I auto-generated these earlier. This is not a fantastic YouTube video for an example for this, but this is the most recent one we did. So essentially it will give you all these clips, and it will give you a bunch of different options, what the rating would be of each one, whether it has good hooks, what the title could be, what the description could be. It also gives you the transcripts, etc. too. I'm just going to go to one of our clients' ones at the moment. So this is Tom Stroud. We're co-owner of his show, Why Do I? Okay, so this is his episode with the lovely Sasha. And essentially what we wanted to do here is we have our main reels, which are the Instagram reels, which you'll see, which are edited impeccably, like our highlight reels. But behind that, what we saw is, you know, with Tom's show, we needed more volume when it came to YouTube. So we ran everything through Opus. We gave our setup where it had a, let's just click on this first one, for example, for you guys. So you click on here, and when you play it through, it has the title on the screen, so what the reel's about. It has the clip of Sasha, so we've gone with Phil here. And say you want that to be a bit closer in, you do this. And there you go. Looks even cleaner now. Play it through. We have our split screen, and we have a super basic font for this, which is just nice and clean. And then we can remove any of these filler words here. So let's just say she says, you can either remove it from the whole video or just remove the caption nice and quickly there. And if you want any B-roll, we tend not to use automated, like auto-generated B-roll in everything we're doing. We tend to take clips from our guests or what we shoot behind the scenes with our videographers and photographers for our show. But you can also have auto-generated AI B-roll, stock B-roll, or prompt B-roll, whatever that might be, and it gives you like a whole library of things that it can match up for you. Again, we tend not to use this because we have videographers behind the scenes, and we also have a lot of creators that just have a ton of content behind them that we can use, so it's not really needed for us. But now from here, we have another, on top of the social media side of things, we have a massive bunch of clips, all ranked, all that have their titles. Obviously, you can change these as well, and descriptions in a similar layout for each one. And now we go back to the home screen here, and then off the back of that, we can go to calendar. So for Tom, we published a bunch already, but we can now schedule where we want these clips to come out with Sasha from Opus Clip. So you connect this to your YouTube, to your Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever that might be. We're doing this purely for YouTube for the Why Do I podcast, just as a volume game, getting more views behind the scenes rather than connecting it to Instagram so far. And essentially what we're doing is we're going to monitor how they do on YouTube, and then the best performing ones on YouTube, we're going to take and post those ones to Instagram. And if we need to refine anything, change anything, we have that option as well. So we go back, you can click here, why do I fall for the wrong people? Select, let's say we select this one and this one, bulk schedule for why do I, and then now you have them here. And you pick, you know, what it is you want to post, that your timeline of that. So say you want to post that next month on the 15th at 4 p.m. and it goes out every 2 days, the clips. Save, and then they go up from there. It's perfect. It will save you a ton of time. It will halve your workflow, especially if you're looking for volume. And one thing you can do on Opus Pro as well is you can take fonts from elsewhere. So say if it matches your branding, whatever that looks like, and add them into Opus Pro. So it can still have all your fonts, still have the same branding, and allow you more time to focus on what you do best. And that's probably hosting the podcast and the preparation, and allowing you to do better at that. So these clips get better, and you're also going to save a ton of money as well. And if you look at an industry standard, whether you're using a freelancer for short form reels, you're looking at 30, 35, upwards of £50 per reel, With this, it's $30 a month, and you get around 500 credits for that. So that's 500 minutes of filming, which you can use. So say you are using an editor or whatever that looks like, having this in the background as a volume play, especially if your podcast is new or you have pre-existing content and maybe you're having a little break from your show currently, being able to whack it into Opus, clip up as much as possible, and being able to post that consistently through this, which is like doing 15, 20 clips can maybe take you an hour, 2 hours tops, and you don't need any high level skill behind it. I've just shown you everything that we can do, and we're using this a lot more as an agency moving forward as well, as a tool, and it's really, really good when it comes to your overall sponsorship and numbers. Being able to go onto YouTube and people seeing that you have maybe an extra 25, 50,000 views just from some of these clips is going to be great when it comes to the sponsorship side of things as well, and showing the numbers behind it for very little work and a very small cost. So essentially, this is tool 1 of 10, which we're going to show you on this series. Not a lot of people tell you about these tools within the podcast space, but they are out there. There's a lot of new things coming in. So please take the time to do a bit of research behind it. And if it is of interest, I'm going to link Opus Pro down in the description below. And if you want to talk about anything building and scaling your video podcast, or if you're looking for some advice on your podcast, for example, drop me a message, connect on the website, whatever you guys want to do. I'm on LinkedIn, Instagram, find me wherever you are. And I hope you enjoy the next 9 videos we have lined up, because we've got some absolutely incredible AIs which we can't wait to show you, which are going to help with your branding, which are going to help with your sponsorship decks, your websites. There's so much, which is going to half your workflow, half your costs, and 3x your output of your podcast in 2026. And I'll see you in the next video.